What's up, guys? I want to go over with you guys a quick tutorial of how to actually write email copy that sells, specifically for 7 to 9 figure e-commerce brands that are either sending out emails on a consistent basis or should be sending out emails on a consistent basis. So you can swipe this framework, plug it into your brand, and let me know how it goes. So a little bit about me before we start. My name is Ryan Hammond. I'm the owner of Great Day Copy. I optimize email and SMS for 7-figure e-commerce brands. Generated $225,000 recently for a single client through optimized flows in the last 6 months. That was for a 7-figure brand in the apparel niche. And yeah, I do high converting email design for clients, along with me and my designer that helps me out. And then I also do full service email SMS strategy from beginning to end. You don't have to lift a finger. Handle it all for you. So I'm going to go over the exact formula that I've kind of come up with that 7 to 9 figure brands are using to crush email and SMS on a weekly consistent basis without burning out their list. So it's what I call the P.I.E formula. It stands for 3 things: position, inform, and entertain. And you can kind of mix these up any way. It could be IEP, P.I.E. It doesn't really matter. But the first part is showing your product as the solution to your customer's biggest problem. Obviously, this is marketing 101, positioning your product as the solution to whatever your customer is struggling with. Secondly is informing, sharing insights, tips, or relevant topics that your customer actually wants to read or potential customer actually wants to read. And while keeping it entertaining, make it engaging, fun, and brand aligned so they actually look forward to every send. They actually look forward to seeing your brand in their inbox instead of just knowing it's another sale email or another 20% off sale that they've seen 30 times this week. This is the same approach used by top 7 to 9 figure brands, sending them typically 3 to 4 times a week, turning small topics around and relevant to their brand into high converting emails. Helps customers open, engage, and buy because the emails are actually useful and enjoyable and not just sales pitches, but they do a great job of not only positioning their product or not only being enjoyable, but also positioning their product as a solution and making sales while not burning out their list. So here is kind of the P.I.E formula in action and a couple examples that I'll go over with you. So as we know, the first thing is position. Is framing your product as the solution. So an example would be a weighted blanket brand highlighting how to get better sleep in 7 nights, and obviously positioning their product as the solution. Call to action could be shop better sleep or improve your sleep now or something like that, but just taking a topic that hits on the customer's pain points and flipping that into positioning your product as a solution. Secondly is informing, teaching them something they care about. For example, a skincare brand explaining 3 common sunscreen mistakes with a mini infographic, showing them how to actually maximize their sunscreen use, and then positioning your product once again as the call to action there, teaching them about something, informing them. This not only helps make sales and inform your customers, but also helps keep your brand on your customers or potential customers' mind, because now they're not only thinking about, oh, this brand's running a sale or this brand's running an offer, but they're actually thinking about things that are useful to them surrounding the thing that they want, which is your product. And third is entertaining, make it engaging and fun to consume. For example, a coffee brand sharing a funny user-generated content reel of a customer's morning coffee ritual, just something that's fun, something that's engaging. It doesn't have to be sales-oriented or sales-based. People get tired of seeing that in their inbox. And then obviously you can still position that as the call to action without getting people tired of seeing those emails. So when combined, these 3 steps create emails people actually want to read, and they sell without feeling salesy. So I'm going to give you guys a couple examples of this from a couple brands. Here's this brand called Goop. They sell skincare products for women, and this one is literally just kind of an engaging email asking which beauty kit are you? This is a little bit more salesy, but it still interacts and engages with the customer and makes it engaging. It's it's tying personality or specific details about the customer back to their product. So it's making it about the customer and about something the customer would actually be interested in, or potential customer, like I said, and instead of just running a sale email. Secondly would be this brand called Otherland. They sell candles. A simple kind of entertaining and informative email. You've got candle care tips for the summer, like how to I think it's how to take care of your candle. Yeah, how to take care of your candle for the summer. And and engaging, visually engaging email as well at the same time without having to send out something that the list has already seen probably in the past couple weeks. Third is a brand called Ritual. They sell like probiotics. This is more on the kind of informative, educational side of brand education. Once again, like doing a great job of keeping the customer's problems and the things that the customer cares about on the top of their mind. And then once they've really kind of stirred, that desire up, they, use a call to action. So those are a couple examples of what that can look like in action. Obviously, this can look like a million different ways, but even the quick examples in here, you could plug into a brand and I'm sure they would perform pretty well. So why this matters. Tons of e-commerce emails are too long or too vague. If your brand is sending out, a paragraph in your emails every time, then your customers aren't reading it, because high performing emails are punchy. They are hook you in really good. They're skimmable, so they can be figured out in about 5 seconds. If your person reading your email cannot know what it's about in 5 seconds, 3 seconds, then it's probably too long or too confusing or not clear enough. And it's action focused. It always points back to a call to action. The 3-part framework for kind of how e-commerce brands do this is pretty simple. It's a headline that hooks your attention, a body copy of, usually it says 2 to 4 sentences, but really it's more like 1 to 2 sentences of context, and then a call to action. So you see in every single one of these emails, they're doing the exact same. Headline, 1 sentence, 2 sentences of copy, and then a call to action. Obviously we got a little bit more in here, but as you scroll down, same thing. Headline, 1 to 2 sentences of copy, and then a call to action. And notice how they're keeping the call to actions big. They're not small buttons. We wanted to make sure that they are big buttons and impossible to miss. This button, even if you looked at it for 2 seconds, it would be impossible to not scroll down and not see that. Same here, bold, big buttons. But, all right, so for the headline, like I said, grab the attention in 3 to 5 words. Examples, if you're selling, hoodies, a hoodie that feels like a hug, or if you're running a Black Friday sale, Black Friday starts now, or even if somebody left behind their cart, you could literally just say, you forgot something, ... address them personally, hook them in quickly, and make sure it's actually something they want to click on. Body copy, build interest, highlight the benefits, create urgency if there's some real urgency there. Like I said, it says 2 to 4 short sentences, 1 to 2 short sentences is probably better. Talk benefits, not features. Make it skimmable, make it easy to read. If your 1 to 2 sentences of body copy is using really high level language that is higher than a 5th grade reading level, then you're going to want to dumb that down. Like, this is so simple. For instance, our cloud hoodie is made from premium weighted fabric. It's designed to feel like a hug and bring calm to your day. Perfect for stress, travel, or just lounging at home. Anybody could understand that. It doesn't use big words. It isn't confusing. And even if the customer just wants to scroll down the email, they can at least read half of this in 2 seconds and know exactly what you're talking about. So, in the call to action, it's pretty simple. Tell them what to do next. Keep it short, 2 to 4 words. Action-driven language. It's always nice to change up your call to actions. Instead of just saying shop now or grab yours now, you can tie it back to actually like something that solves their problem. So if it was for this like probiotic supplement, you could say something like heal your gut now, or begin your gut healing journey, or something like that. It's always good to switch up your call to actions and make it a bit more engaging, because everybody sees shop now buttons and it can feel just visually fatiguing after a while. Product bridge, this is a good thing to add, especially if, especially on sales emails, but honestly in any emails, just back up your offer with proof. Show them reviews, show them testimonials, show them what makes your brand special, even if it's just little icons at the bottom of your email that show, shipping guarantees, or like your mission driven, whatever, shipping guarantees or anything, even like free 30-day returns, anything that builds trust with the customer. Stuff like that. So got a little fill in the blank template here, but like you could do a hook in like 8 words or less. Just keep it simple, keep it 5th grade reading level or below. Body copy, 1 to 3 sentences of benefits or about, that ties into your headline. Call to action, action-driven button copy, and then we just went over the product bridge. So that's basically exactly what all these 7 to 9 figure brands are doing. And like I said, they're sending out 3 to 4 times a week with this engaging content. You can switch this up between graphic-based emails like these ones and text-based emails which are also killing it right now. But yeah, if you want to send out high converting content 3 to 4 times a week, follow this formula. It'll help you out. It'll do you wonders in the long run if you actually follow it and actually consistently send out to people who want to see your emails. And yeah, but if you need done for you Klaviyo management and you want me to give you a free brand audit, tearing down everything in your account that could potentially be problematic and showing you exactly where you're leaving money on the table, book a call with me. I'll leave the link in the description and also in this document. I hope this helped.